And when I crawl to the
I think I have one. I think I have one on me.
That won't do if she won't let me see. And every time I start to love, she try to put them jigs on me. Play a little bit by the song, so I really like it.
All right, well, I got a few more Blind Willie stories.
All right.
I lived on Peachtree. I grew up on Peachtree Road in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Back in the 40s and 50s, and I left in 1958 to go off to college. But it was right on Peachtree and had a huge front yard to the apartment buildings that I grew up in. I remember when I was about 8 years old. It was one evening, like early evening, twilight. And here came Blind Willie walking down Peachtree Road with a lead boy. And I just said, oh, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. A guitar playing musician walking down in front of my house. I love this music, and this is the greatest thing in the world. I'm going to go with him. So I followed them down Peachtree a little way, maybe 2 or 3 blocks. I was only 8 years old. But you could do that in those days. And the little lead boy, he was about 12. And I don't think he knew. They were trying to find a party. Somebody told him and invited him to play at a party. And I think he was trying to find it and didn't know where he was going. And the little boy, of course, he didn't know where he was going either. So they just got like completely discouraged. And I think I don't remember exactly what happened because I was only 8 at the time, but I think I turned back and went home because they didn't seem to know exactly where they were going. And but that moment, seeing this strolling minstrel coming right in front of my house, and I knew it was Blind Willie because I'd heard of Blind Willie. He played in the drive-in right up the street from my house, at Pig and Whistle. So I just went home, but I was totally hooked on acoustic blues at that age, and it never really left me. So when I got old enough to start riding around in cars, we went to see Blind Willie a lot. And he'd go from car to car just playing for nickels and dimes.
Playing
the greatest music in the world. I had 2 songs I always requested, and he knew what they were going to be every time he knew it was me. One was a Dying Crapshooters Blues. It's an original Blind Willie song, and the other one was Paper Doll, which he absolutely shut down the ink spots on that one.
Was that around when you drove it home?
And then later on we would, started driving him home. Mostly that was when we were up in college age. So this knowing Blind Willie spanned a whole decade, a decade and more. Started playing, like I said, at Ray Lee's, which was quite a little bit of a distance from where I grew up. But in Atlanta, you can drive one neighborhood to the next It's not like Brooklyn. It's not like you in Brooklyn driving to Queens. That's quite a haul. Or driving to Staten Island. You could drive around Atlanta and get anywhere in 10 or 15 minutes in the whole city. Even though it's a big city, it's just not quite as congested. So we drive over there, and we would drive him home.
I'll have to give you my number, 5994.
But he would always expect, if he played for us once he got home, sometimes we'd just go over to his house. And he would expect, to give him a few bucks if you were playing. If he decided to play for us.
They got me accused for forging, and I can't even write my name.
But that was getting towards the end there when he was suffering from the Alzheimer's.
And I can't even write